Voting is a civic duty. Let's register on the electoral list. This is a message from Equinoxe Television.
Hi there to all of you faithful viewers of Equinoxe Television. It's time for the news. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Our major stories this evening: the presidential plan for the reconstruction development in Cameroon's northwest and southwest regions faces significant challenges, including funding constraints, coordination issues, security concerns, balancing short-term needs with long-term development, and effective monitoring and evaluation. Despite these hurdles, the government remains committed to the plan's success with international support. We take you to Buea today to tell you more about the Prime Minister's visit and why he is in Buea in this edition of the news. Plus, residents of Limbe are still in shock following a Hollywood-styled robbery. Armed bandits attacked a microfinancial institution in broad daylight in the seaside resort town of Limbe that was a while ago. Those are our lead stories, viewers. Details and more when we come back. Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for the confidence. We begin with this sad story. 3 people have perished in a ghastly road accident which occurred in the early hours of today in the Mbanga subdivision, Mongo division of the Littoral region. Reports say the driver of the truck that was heading to Bafusam from Douala was on top speed when it crashed into a Tina car transporting tomatoes. Sumanji Gabriel tells us more.
Inhabitants of Kombe village struggle to pick tomatoes on the ground after a head-on collision between 2 vehicles on the National Road number 5, precisely at Kombe Road, close to Tangi in Banga subdivision. The head-on collision was between a truck heading to Bafusam and a dinner transporting tomatoes. In the dinner, all 3 passengers died. It was between a truck heading to West Region and a dinner with tomatoes going towards Douala. It happened at about 1 a.m. Accident don't happen for 1 o'clock. According to witness account, the truck that was driving towards the direction of Bafusam caused the accident. The truck heading to Bafusam was on top speed when it clashed with the dinner transporting tomatoes. All 3 on board the dinner died. This accident comes several hours after that, which killed 7 on the National Road number 3, Wednesday.
We take you now to the seaside resort town of Limbe to meet our reporter Davidson Maimo, who tells us that the residents of Limbe are still in shock following a Hollywood-styled robbery there. Armed bandits attacked a micro-financial institution in broad daylight in Limbe that was a while ago. Davidson Maimo, you tell us more from Limbe.
The population of the seaside resort city of Limbe has appreciated the effort of the defense and security agencies in what appears to have been a well-coordinated manhunt for the armed robbers who attacked the Standard Cooperative Credit Union at Church Street in Limbe. The robbers, who pretended to be clients, took everyone inside the building hostage at gunpoint. The staff and customers were bundled into the manager's office, tied up and their mouths sealed with tapes. The robbers confiscated all valuables, including money and mobile phones, from both customers and staff. As the robbers were leaving, the manager managed to open the back door and scream for help, alerting those outside. In panic, the robbers fired gunshots in the air to clear their way. However, their escape plan was foiled when a police officer on a bike noticed they were armed and immediately shot one of the robbers, who died on the spot. The other 2 ran into the neighborhood. The patrol unit of the Marine Commandos, reinforcing the city's security, immediately intervened. A few minutes later, the rapid unit of the police and the gendarmes surrounded the area to search for the other 2 robbers. After close to an hour's search, One was picked up hiding in a nearby bush, and the other was found in a fence compound, bleeding from a bullet wound. The deceased robber's body has been deposited at the mortuary, while the wounded suspect is receiving medical attention. The third suspect is cooperating with the investigations. With all three armed robbers identified, the people of Limbe are waiting to know if anyone within the credit union was involved, and most importantly, the whereabouts of the safe box of the credit union.
And now, the Prime Minister of the country, Chief Dr. Joseph Diongute, is in Boya in the Southwest region for a working visit. Today, he had a meeting with stakeholders on the reconstruction of the Northwest and Southwest regions. And now talking about the reconstruction plan, the presidential plan for the reconstruction and development in Cameroon's Northwest and Southwest regions faces significant challenges, according to the stakeholders, including fundraising constraints, coordination issues, security concerns, balancing short-term needs with long-term development, and effective monitoring and also evaluation. Despite these challenges or hurdles, the government remains committed to the plan's success with international support. For me, Armstrong Sanda reports.
The presidential plan for the reconstruction and development of the Northwest and Southwest English-speaking regions in Cameroon faces several challenges. While the exact nature of these difficulties is complex and multifaceted, some potential blockages include funding constraints, implementation and coordination, security concerns, reconstruction and development priorities, as well as monitoring and evaluation. Securing sufficient funding remains a significant challenge. Although the government has authorized loans to finance the PPRD, mobilizing additional funds from international partners and donors is crucial for the success of this plan. Beyond this, effective implementation and coordination among various stakeholders, including government agencies, international organizations, and local communities, are essential. The PPRD Steering Committee plays a vital role in overseeing the plan's implementation and addressing potential bottlenecks. With regards to security concerns, the ongoing socio-political crisis in the Northwest and Southwest regions poses security risk which can hinder the plan's progress. Ensuring the safety of personnel, equipment, and infrastructure is crucial for the successful implementation of the PPRD. As concerns reconstruction and development priorities, balancing short-term and humanitarian needs with long-term development goals is a significant challenge. The PPRD aims to address immediate needs while promoting sustainable development and social cohesion in the affected regions. Monitoring and evaluation poses a serious challenge as well, as establishing a robust monitoring and evaluation framework is essential to track progress, identify areas for improvement, and make informed decisions. Despite these challenges, the Cameroonian government, with the support of international partners like the United Nations Development Programme, the UNDP, remains committed to implementing the PPRD.
In health, poliomyelitis, a highly contagious disease primarily transmitted through person-to-person contact via the fecal-oral route, has been infecting so many children in Cameroon. To combat this, a second phase of the poliomyelitis type 2 vaccination campaign was launched across the national territory. In the west region of Cameroon, the regional delegates for health called on parents to benefit from this campaign. Cedric Chakutio has more.
While judgments around vaccines persist, health authorities of the West region are reassuring and calling on opinion leaders to support the vaccination campaign that was launched in the region. May the entire health community of the West region, including parents and political leaders, support us during this vaccination campaign in the region, because it is really important for children and pregnant women. For this campaign, the regional public health delegate for the West region informs that all measures have been taken to allow vaccinators to reach the targeted population, even in the most remote areas. These vaccines are aimed at saving the lives of children, aged from 0 to 59 months, as well as pregnant women. The vaccination campaign is scheduled to run until June 1st.
Now let's come back with echoes of the Ascension Day celebration at the Our Lady Queen of the Apostles Parish in Cormelen in the central region of the country, where Christians gathered to celebrate the Ascension Thursday, which also marks the 90th anniversary of the first parish and seminary in the region. The celebration was graced by the Archbishop Jean Barga of the Yaoundé Archdiocese and the Apostolic Nuncio to Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea, José Betancourt. Lucy Liengo is here to tell us more about Ascension Thursday in that parish.
On Ascension Day, Christians from Our Lady Queen of the Apostles Parish in Cormelen in Otele in the central region came together to celebrate a day of faith and reflection. The event was graced by the esteemed presence of the Archbishop of Yaoundé, Jean Baga, and the Apostolic Nuncio of Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea, José Avelino Betancourt.
En mission pour annoncer la paix, pour annoncer la miséricorde divine.
The Archbishop of Yaoundé, Jean Baga, delivered a powerful message emphasizing peace and unity, urging the faithful to embody these principles in their lives and communities.
Et la venue du monde entier.
Et on a prié pour la paix au Cameroun, pour toutes nos communautés.
Honoring the ascension of Jesus, who rose to heaven 40 days after his resurrection, the Apostolic Nuncio prayed fervently for peace in Cameroon. He also extended the blessings of Polio XIV to the local community in Cameroon. The occasion also marked a momentous milestone, the 90th anniversary of the first parish and seminary in this region, which is recognized as the bedrock of the Catholic Church in Cameroon. As part of the festivities, the statue of Mary was inaugurated, a sacred place for prayers, but also symbolizes faith and devotion to Jesus.
Et tout à l'heure, la statue de Marie qu'on a inaugurée, c'est des lieux où les gens pourront venir se ressourcer.
An initiative lauded by the mayor of Ngomo, Jean-Baptiste Atemengi.
Les diocésains et nous-mêmes les laïcs, nous devons poursuivre l'œuvre qu'ils nous ont léguée ici.
This event served as a profound reminder of the Church's role in fostering development within the community, which has significantly benefited from its enduring presence and support.
In news out of Cameroon, 25 people have died in central Nigeria following flash flooding that hit the city of Mokwa that was earlier this week. And over to the DRC, Joseph Kabila, the former president, has returned to the country, promising peace in the troubled city of Goma. Details of this stories and more with Malaglory.
Several families remain deeply saddened and overwhelmed after torrential rains in central Nigeria's city of Mokwa killed at least 25 people on Thursday. Sources reveal that the flooding, which came after a rainstorm, washed away at least 50 residential homes in the city and 10 people remain missing. And elsewhere, former Congolese President Joseph Kabila, who has been on exile since 2023, accused by his country's government of supporting the Rwandan-backed rebels in the country's conflict-battered east. He appeared in public on Thursday, meeting with top religious leaders in the city of Goma controlled by rebels. During the meeting, his first public engagement since Congolese authorities lifted his immunity amid a treason probe, is calling for peace in the troubled region of Goma. Still in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the National Assembly on Thursday voted to allow an investigation into Justice Minister Constant Mutamba, who has been accused of misappropriating nearly $20 million in reparations of war victims. The 37-year-old firebrand is the latest politician to face allegations of graft in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which ranks among the world's most corrupt countries, according to Transparency International Group. And elsewhere, Sidi Ota, Former Mauritanian finance minister has been elected as the 9th president of the African Development Bank Group for the next 5 years. He is taking over from the Nigeria's Ikemwumi Adesina, whose term of office ended in September 2024. Dr. Tah secured victory in the third round of voting with 76.18% of the total votes, defeating Zambia's Samuel Maimbo and Senegal Amadou Hort in a tight contested race.
And now, before we go, we take these images just getting into our studio. Security forces have arrested 2 individuals here in the economic capital, Douala, with fake banknotes worth over 8 million francs CFA. They included banknotes of 5,000 and 10,000 francs CFA. They were the bandits, the victims were arrested by elements of the Ndogbong Territorial Gendarmerie Brigade following a tip-off from the local population. The money was taken to the office of the Bank of Central African States, BEAC, in Bonanjo, here in Douala, where it was confirmed that the banknotes were actually fake, and the gendarmes in Ndogbong have called on the people to be very vigilant. The fake banknotes, were being circulated in Bonamusadi and also in Bonaberi, here in the economic capital, Douala. We will be telling you more on that seizure in subsequent news editions. And viewers, that brings to an end this edition of the news. Thank you so much for being with us. Equinoxe would come up at 7 p.m. and the news in the French language will be yours at 8 p.m. Stay with us on Equinoxe Television and have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye for now.